What's poppin'? It's your girl Hazel-E, baby, and I just finished my interview with Hollywood Unlocked Uncensored. Today's interview was good. I feel like I got a lot of things off my chest. I feel like we cleared up a lot of issues maybe from my past with Jason. You know, people got to know that I really do know Melissa Ford, and we got to go into some things that were real. Like today was, you know, open truth and honesty, and it was straight from Hazel's mouth, so tune in.
So there's a lot going on this season of Love and Hip Hop, and Hazel, you're all in the middle of everything. And we got Rose in the show. Y'all pulling up in yachts and helicopters and all types of shit.
Strawberries and shit.
First thing I would say is, I think you needed to be back in the show, because what I love, and I know I've talked to Stephanie and Mona when I went to New York, and they were like, Hazel's back and she ain't playing. When you pull up in a helicopter, what bothers me about this is that now people are saying, oh, well, I think there was a scene where Tierra was saying something about you're a fraud, you're a scammer, you're this and that. If I have an event and I pull up in a helicopter, I'm not saying it's my helicopter. No. It's my entrance. Beyonce probably got a helicopter. But bitches are pulling up, niggas is pulling up in helicopters.
Right.
What did you feel about how all of this season has started? Because it feels like there's just a lot going on, real fast.
It does. It seems, honestly, from my perspective, a little bit rushed. I was a little disappointed, honestly, and I expressed this to, you know, my EPs and stuff. Like, why did y'all have me being at the yacht at my house, pulling up in the helicopter, and I just bought a Maserati 2 days ago, and you had me pull up in my new Maserati, all in episode 1. Like, we couldn't have spread that out. And then I meet with the Lexus, and then I go and meet with Zep. Like, all of that, like, right away. Like, I know we're looking for storylines, but it reminds me of season 2 when we had just saw Miles and Milan, and the next thing you know, we saw him in the bed kissing. Like, damn, we couldn't get to know him first. Like, we had to just go straight there. And I get that they try to get a lot of stuff in to make the stories, but I just feel like, who is Brooke? Like, people and the millennials don't know girl fight. They just don't.
So let's go down the list. Brooke, just your reaction to these people when I say their name. Brooke Valentine.
Broke Valentine.
Oh, shit.
So you're not feeling Brooke. I watched this episode on Monday where she comes in the scene, and I mean, I know Brooke, she's a nice girl. Boring though, right? Okay, so when she showed up, when she showed up to,
she can sing. Very beautiful girl.
Late.
Brooke, you can't say Brooke Valentine.
Brooke Valentine. I didn't say she was ugly. I never said she was ugly. I didn't say she was. I didn't say she was beautiful, but I didn't say she was ugly. I'm not even talking about her looks.
Right.
What I know, I said boring. She's a nice, cute, quiet girl. She's not the girl. She's not gonna come and give you Jocelyn, who I was with yesterday, or Hazel, or she's not. Even Nikki's like not gonna fight a lot, but she's gonna give you theatrics, right?
Nikki's gonna go off.
So I didn't really feel like that was gonna be like a lot of. Whew.
I mean, I think she's trying, but
because when she showed up to check the girl, and the girl didn't back down, somebody should have got slapped or socked or something.
They were like, you could at least throw a purse broke, you know what I'm saying? But she probably didn't even have a bag to throw, or was rented or borrowed or something, so she couldn't probably risk, you know what I'm saying, damaging the article and having to replace it.
Do you have a personal situation with Brooke?
I just don't like, at the security meeting at the top of the season, we were leaving. She was in like my segment, like Nikki was there, like at Viacom. And she got in the elevator, and her first time seeing me in a long time, because I did PR for her back in the day when she had a hit, like in when the Millennium hit or something. And she said, what part of Houston you from? As if she was like trying to check my facts. And I just didn't appreciate her approach off the rip. And then now you're coming on to a show that I started, now going on 4 years ago, and you feel like you can talk to me. I just felt like her approach with me was wrong, and it's been wrong since she got on here, and I just feel like I have to put her in her place.
Masika Kalasia.
Dirty Foot, I mean, I don't, until you can get your shoe, there's a shoe doctor on Sunset, and he only charges like $17. He replaces the bottom of the heels. Like that's just something Melissa used to taught me to do, because Melissa was designer shoe queen, and I used to not always have the designer shoes like Melissa had back in the day, because she was getting the bags. And she was like, girl, you got to keep the bottom of your heels together, thing. So Dirty Foot gets that. She should clean her feet. And
she needs a pedicure.
Dirty Foot.
You know when you're in the nail salon and then they say, do you want callus removal? That's
racist.
It's
not fucking racist.
Even I get the
nail.
paraffin.
You want nail? You want nail?
Even I get the paraffin wax. I get the fucking.
No, because they make it shady. They grab the bottom of your heel to make you feel like you need that extra $5 of something scrubbed.
Okay.
When that shit is catching on your blanket at home, you gotta get the callus removed.
When
Stop.
when the feet goes over the heel and grabs the front like a claw, I know it's a.
I always get the callus remover. I always do
Okay,
it.
so I like this.
I like my foot in
I
a
like this
motherfucker's mouth.
girl. I told this girl to do Love and Hip Hop. I met with her before. I called producers about her. I thought she'd be great. I'm a little disappointed though, Alexis Sky.
How can you be disappointed?
Because I feel like I know Alexis personally. She's a sweet girl. And I feel now in the show, she's doing too much.
Trying to come to that star.
She's
of the
friends.
show.
Now she's friends with Zip. Star's already there.
Yeah, I'm just saying she's trying to become one of the stars of the show.
She did. Well, okay. What I'll say about Alexis?
Now she's best
because
friends with Zell.
That's late.
She was best friends. She's best friends with Ike, who I like Ike, but that was
Masika's.
whatever the
Mama
girl's
say, Mama
name.
Sa, Mama
That was
Makusa.
Masika's best friend.
That's, the thing about Alexis is Alexis just turned 23 years old.
She's young.
So she's young. When you get your first foot into Hollywood, you don't know how to all the way navigate it. I had to have a whole scene with her about social climbers and like people trying to, heel grab and try to, grab on your, heels to get to the top. And she should be aware of that. And also just to remind her that you might have came on here to antagonize somebody, but you were blessed to be given an actual storyline in this.
Yes.
And just
Figure you out.
yeah, and you don't have to do.
Don't make it
everything
all
they
about
say.
her.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And now at this point in the stage, because we're still in season, we're still filming. She's now starting to realize like
So this is season 1 woes, young girl woes,
Young
new to
girl.
Hollywood woes.
and she's ready. I mean, I haven't seen one like Alexis Sky in a minute. When I say she's ready, like she's just here and she's hungry. We've been here for years. I've been in LA for 16 years. Like. I can go out. If I go out, like we did a big whole Hazel-E appreciation night with Echo and Walter and all the girls and everybody on Monday. I needed all of Tuesday to recover.
Why'd they put the picture of you, Alexis, and Althea and say, what they say? Destiny's abortion.
Oh,
Did you see that?
I didn't even see
Somebody
that.
sent that to me. I said, I'm not putting that up
Destiny's abortion.
because I like everybody in the picture. I thought the picture looked great, but whatever. Okay, so do you think Masika needs to stop running from Alexis? Because I am waiting. If they need to, I heard they met up.
Yeah.
But I heard it didn't go down. I mean, did Alexis put hands on her? Do you know what happened? You can't tell what happened?
I can't tell what happened, but as you see in the clip, I said, why you keep letting this internet gangsta bitch run? And that's what was aired in the trailer. So clearly she's running again. You know what I'm saying?
Because the season where you came back, last season, I left the reunion early because I was fed up. I got called the driver, come get me. We're going to go get some jerk chicken. But you showed up and showed the fuck out. You literally walked all the way up to Masika and she left. I don't understand this. The thing that irritates me, because I used to be really cool with Masika. I don't hate her. We just ain't in each other's lives, right? My thing is, if you're going to do Love and Hip Hop, when you sign up for it, you can't run. You cannot hide. You have to deal with it head on.
I don't even know how she's getting away with it. It's one of my main issues on if I have to get up and come and do these scenes every day, 2 times a day, I'm never allowed to just walk out or give nobody conversation or not make a scene. Like, why is she getting away with it? But then as we see like on an episode, she assaults a cameraman and they go ahead and they pants to her dirty feet. Like,
by the way, the crew of Love and Hip Hop are amazing people. These
great.
people put up with a fucking lot of shit.
They do.
How do you think her foot got dirty? Somebody probably stepped on
Listen,
her.
we all heard
bro, she does these. She beats these blocks.
Listen.
She works at the W.
We
You
are-
can frequent at
let's
the
not
bar.
let's not talk
at
about
Delphine.
Let's not talk about Masika's feet. Okay, so Alexis, you're helping her. You're trying to help her. I'm gonna invite her to the show too because I think we need to talk to her. Help her.
Yeah, I think Alexis she's new. She's hungry. I like her spirit, and she's actually a writer. Like she believes in if you my enemy, like if you we together and you don't fuck with her, okay, well then I don't fuck with her either. You know what I'm saying? Like
There's not a lot of those out here.
And it's not, and it's like damn, like so. Because people will be friends with each other's enemies out here, and that's one of my biggest issues. Like, if my nigga don't fuck with somebody, how am I gonna be cool with him? I could never be cool with Sincere again because of him and Rose. You know what I'm saying? You gotta pick a side and stay there. Some things aren't necessarily have to be so concrete, but on certain things, you've got to pick a side and stay there. And unfortunately, everybody wants to just finesse and kiki and all that little fake shit, and I'm cool on it.
So what do you think about Zell, aka Mr. Love and Hip Hop?
That's a self-entitled name. I mean, I don't know if he's Alien versus Predator or, he is a lot. And I feel like for his probably $500 every other episode. You know, I'm honestly, I think he's funny. Like Zell, even though I just don't feel like he's had his proper introduction, he's just like, I'm Mr. Hip Hop, I'm lit or whatever.
Who is that?
He made me laugh at myself, which made me just be like, okay, I just can't take him seriously. In the helicopter scene, he had his earmuffs on. He was like, I had to laugh.
But did he come into the show? Did he know you coming into the show?
Yes, he came in because he was dating Joe Exclusive, and they lived across from me and Tierra at the.
That's the one that scares me.
Yeah,
I'm terrified of that brother.
You did say he scared you.
Yeah.
Okay, so he knew you coming into the show, but y'all didn't have any beef.
No, but once again, he was cool with Tierra and Masika, my enemy.
So it's like high school. We choose our side.
And so for that, I respected him. Now, where it went bad was where him and Alexis at some point somehow befriended each other, and then Zell's was kind of on our side through Alexis. But I'm like, we didn't okay that, Alexis. Like, that's your friend. I can laugh at him. I can think he's comedy relief, but is that somebody that I want in my day-to-day life, knowing my business, my news? Hell no, you got on the show and turned against your best friend like 2 scenes later.
Yeah, crazy.
And so what about Ray? Ray's in the show. Are you guys friends?
Me and Ray.
I heard the funniest thing the other day. Somebody, Nikki called me. Nikki's going to kill me. Nikki calls me. She said Ray showed up to set and said, hi, I'm the new Jason. That was funny. I thought it was funny. I mean, like, listen.
He came for your character.
I almost slapped the shit out of both of them, like, personally. You know what I'm saying? When I seen them in, like, real life, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, the only reason why I wouldn't do that, like, in a situation of, you know, when she did get into it with Zales, you know, off the helicopter, him doing all the dance. I mean, I don't want to be considered gay bashing, because that's what it seems like, that's what the direction of what they want me to do. If y'all want me to fight somebody, put me in the cage with the
Ray J,
with a Ray or Safari or whoever Fizz. I'll take them all, and then you know what I mean, to make her image. You know what I mean? They try to like debrand her image and make her seem like, oh, she's out here tripping, fighting. Well, no, that's not her. That's me. So let me get that. You know what I'm saying? Let her sit down and be a queen. I'll do the fighting.
But it's not fair. I mean, like, let me just, on behalf of the gay community, if you fight somebody that's gay, that's not gay bashing. If you follow up with a faggot, that's gay bashing. But you know, if you're in a show with people, if you're in the show with people who happen to be gay, if they turn up on you, I mean, it is what it is. Because when you sign up for Love and Hip Hop, when I signed up, you know, I every time I go on set, I assume something bad's gonna happen. And 9 times out of 10 for me, it didn't. It was that one time I dread. But for the most part, yeah, you signed up. You got to do what you got to do, and they should let you do what you do.
But you don't even know what's going on, because it's like, all right, they had you sitting somewhere. For an hour. So I'm just. We remember for the helicopter, before we even got on the helicopter, we was sitting there for an hour. So that's like, you know,
already getting you up, like getting you riled up.
Yeah, Moniece had said something in one of the in the watch the episodes, and she was like, "Where's your man child? He was supposed to be your protection. Where did he run off to?"
So what do you think about Moniece?
I'm gonna slap the dog shit out of Moniece when I see her. I already told her that on Twitter, Instagram, because the thing about it was, me and Moniece really had no one-on-one beef. Like, I've known her since she was probably sucking whoever's dick in Caesar's Palace for New Year's. I won't even defame the man, you know what I'm saying? I'm Moniece whole ass slaughter. But where she got me fucked up is we played it cool this whole season.
Do we have a shots fired button here?
No, we don't, but we need one.
And so when she got on there talking about, I don't got no beef with Hazel, but her man-child boyfriend, he looks 75. When she started speaking on mine is where now, because I didn't talk about your Ellen DeGeneres ass girlfriend. I didn't talk about your bipolar self. One day you got short hair. One day you got long. Next day you got glasses. Next day you can see. One day you gay. Next day you straight. One day you want to be a mom. Next you don't want to have Cam. Like, I don't know.
Tell us how you really feel.
Like,
please.
I don't know. So when I see her, which is probably why I haven't seen her in scene, I'm just going to smack the dog shit out of her. And then that's just going to be that, because the little bitch ain't going to do nothing else. And then she's not going to pull up on me like she did Alexis, because she knows I will have all of LA on that ass. Like, I'll personally go and find her. So, Moniece, you getting the dog shit slapped out of you. I already told you this. So be ready to run it.
Yeah, and Ray, I won't lie, he almost made me come back.
Right.
This season I'm going to sit out this season. I'm prepping for a show I already told y'all about over there.
Yo, this season is lit.
No, I'm going to go back. Listen, if Ray J, Safari, and A1 want me to be a part of the Circle Jerk, I'm there. I'll be there. We'll be some circle jerking motherfuckers. Hey! Okay, now Tierra, what do you think about Tierra and her this season? I know that you guys have had conflict so far, have had conflict, but she is finally revealing the deep dark demons, right?
The one that I kept trying to reveal for the prior
Last few
3 seasons. Yeah.
What do you think about that?
I think that one, I would like to applaud, VH1 and production for stepping in to make that happen, because that was like a thing I had said season 1, like, this is bigger than like me, Kuda, her manager. This is bigger than any of us can handle. I lived with her too, and when we especially started filming the show, those scenes we would get into it in, we would come home and get into it, and it was just like, it was nonstop. And she, now everybody can see when Monique said on Monday night, she does all this stuff and wakes up and doesn't remember. She literally does not know. We could have watched a whole Atlanta Housewives reunion, and she'd be like, wake up, let's watch the Housewives reunion. I'm like, Sierra, we watched it all last night. And I'm like, you were drunk, dude? Like, it was so bad. So the fact that production has explored it this season, I'm happy that they actually are trying to get her help, because that's what she needs most. Her storyline actually makes me sad, because she's another person I really do love, but I just couldn't put up with her behavior.
I don't see y'all not being friends. It just,
No,
at some point, I mean, you guys are like, real friends are going to have high ups and high lows, but at some point, that's why when I was on the show and you were there and she was there, and she was like, before the reunion, she was like, me and Hazel ain't even cool. I said, bitch, I'm not lining up with you, because I already know y'all gonna figure it out, So do you think it's, I mean, Youngberg was the one to put it out that she went to rehab. So he told the whole world she went to rehab. Do you think knowing her that it was, is it like her to be that vulnerable and that open? Well, she had plastic surgery on TV too.
She did, but see, the Tierra that would have been sober wouldn't have done plastic surgery on TV. She would have kept that on. Tierra's very secretive. She's private. That's why she hid this disease for so long, because she, has been out in this industry since she was a little girl. She was exposed to it before all of us was. So she's very introverted with who she is. She's fun, Tierra. She's lit. She's pretty, whatever. But y'all don't know. They don't know shit about Tierra Thomas. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like at this point, when I even look at the scenes in the trailers, she's not there. She's really not there.
No. Monday's show was kind of like,
she's not there.
Monday's show, I wanted to text her to be like, yo, like, I know it's probably
that's
so
really
months
Tierra.
ago.
When they had that and she was looking in the eye, that's how it really is. So on that aspect, my heart is, I get a little sad when I see those scenes and what's to come with that, because I'm like, damn.
Why'd you swing on Chanel West Coast? I like her.
I do too.
So I'm at an OK Magazine party. I see Chanel. I go up, hey, Chanel. And I had talked to Chanel before the show. I actually called her yesterday while I was at lunch just to check on, make sure she still has a pulse. And make sure she's surviving this hell.
Yeah.
And she was talking to me about like how crazy the show is, And it was funny because at the OK Magazine party was her, you, Rose, Ray J,
Princess,
Masika, Nia had showed up, but she was over there.
Yeah.
Nia's gained a lot of weight. Masika was there.
Yo, Nia has. Shit don't look bad on her either, though.
Huh? Yeah, they were off to the side. And I was just like...
No, Nia came over and spoke.
But I was wondering if...
Yeah, Nia came
I was
over
wondering
and
if cameras were there, because I really felt like some shit was about to go down with y'all.
Well, I was going to go throw Masika in the pool till you and Ray J were like, this is not the time and place, Hayes. The cameras aren't on. And I was like, I said on site. Like, I'm dragging her in the OK Magazine party. Now, I might not get invited back to another one, or I might not be able to go to the W. And so in that, decision making, I let, some people that had some wisdom to talk me off the ledge, because I was like, all right, this is my first time seeing her. We running it right now to the pool. Period. I was ready. I was like, yo, I was like, here's my purse. I'm gonna go drag her too. I'm gonna go drag her to the pool. Like,
we at the OK Magazine party. We can't throw bitches in the pool. Plus, Nia probably would have floated. So. Are you and Nia cool?
Fucked up.
They did have some floaties in there.
It did. She would have made it.
Listen, I'm out of shape right now. I can talk about other fat people. Shout out to Nia. So
beautiful.
So are you? Because they're doing a really good job of making her look good on TV.
She looks better on TV than I don't know why Nia lost it. All the girls, all the old bitches from season 1 have lost it to me. I feel like I'm the only one. I have
Nikki
to stand
still
up.
got it.
No, well, Nikki had it to begin with. Yeah. Nikki had to begin with.
Wait, you were gonna do
I had to stand up because I have to show that it's real, because They don't give me the credit. Like,
Is it okay if I look, bro?
I mean,
go ahead.
You know what I'm
Listen,
saying?
I don't need no
You can
Pyru
look-
Shout out
blood.
Jay.
Oh, of course.
I don't need no gun fights.
You know what I'm saying?
We don't have security to warn people before they come in.
How do you downgrade on your 4th season of TV? Like, aren't you supposed to glow up? Drop my makeup cosmetic line, but you're supposed to glow up. Like, you're on TV for 4 years. Like, how do you digress? Like, I don't understand. Like, how do you bitches look old?
I mean, it's called life. Some people get
Not in
depressed.
Hollywood, it
Some
ain't.
people
no,
get sad.
you better go Botox that fucking emoji out your face. Like, I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have time for it. Like,
So listen, and for the audience watching, and for Masika and all them on the phone right now saying, "Ooh, I'm gonna kill Jason." Rose Burgundy made me do it, and she's talking. So, are you took Nikki to Dubai? Are you taking Masika with you? I mean, there's
Ever.
let's see.
It's not even a question.
just trying to be. I'm just being
Masika,
messy.
the thing with Dirty Foot is if she would just admit her wrongs and just admit that she just a hoe and she gonna sleep with anybody's man. That's just how she gets down, and she don't
Jesus.
and she fuck a code. She live by her own code and can just own her shit.
Think
She
people
won't
would-
get the DNA test with Fetty Baby.
She could do that. She
Baby's
could.
gorgeous.
Don't look
God,
nothing
this
like
show.
her or
Gorgeous.
Fetty.
Well, you know, sometimes
This
it might
show is-
trend from grandparents.
I mean, the other part that I get
just
mad
saying.
about on Love and Hip Hop is that we can't discuss the kids. This is another. We can't discuss. The bitches are on the show because of who they fucked and what kids they have.
No. But the thing that really pissed me off about the last season I was on was when Moniece attacked Brandy's baby. So kids aren't off limits. You can't. Yeah, she hit me the other day. I think something about fight tickets. Girl, I ain't got no ticket. But the thing about the show is what Masika, and I'll just say this: what made me take a step back from her was, there ain't no way you can have birthed a child, and Masika's baby is gorgeous, beautiful baby.
Beautiful.
You can't birth a child and then support anybody who attacks other people's kids. Like, that's just crazy to me. So that made me back up a little bit. But I feel like Moniece has opened the door to kids. So why can't Alexis confront you about the kid you had with her man?
And the whole thing is, we're not attacking their kids. I'm attacking the content of the mother, the character, because I think these girls out here run around, want to have a baby with a famous dude, with a rich guy, so they can bankroll their lifestyle, get that 18 years. And to me, it's whack.
Right.
I don't care. I'm saying it's whack. Like, I'm about the girl code Inc. I'm about going. I'd rather have little girls looking up to women who are trying to go to school, go to college, get an education, work for theirs, not just let me get it popping on
Quick come
Instagram, show my ass, show my titties. Hopefully,
So sick of that shit.
Fetty Wap will hit me up my DM, or Lil Uzi or Little Yachty and put me
Lil
up like
Uzi slid in her DM.
everybody. Uzi
Slid in hers too. You know what I'm saying?
he
That's
really?
why I didn't take it seriously.
Yeah.
Did he really?
he's just slider.
He's a slider.
He's sliding around.
Wait,
Yeah,
he's a-
at least we know he's sliding.
No, he slid into Lexus's too.
Hold on. Lil Uzi, slide in my DM.
Hey,
going next
he
season,
got
Love
that
Hip
pink Louis Vuitton bag.
He just
I'm
put a
playing.
staple in his head.
I wouldn't have sex
You
with
did-
Lil
is
Uzi
that
if
what
that
that
was.
was?
Hold on. If
Staple
Lil
gun.
Uzi was the last heartbeat on this earth, I would be fucking dirt. I would not fuck
He
with
is
that.
opening out there.
No, he
God
is
bless
not. He is.
He is.
Push me to the edge of my
Okay,
friends.
so question: what do you think about Drea? Because Drea just dedicated, I think it was an Instagram post to you and Masika, basically saying that you both are in the wrong and that you're taking the TV versions of yourself too far. So, like, what? I'm not sure what your relationship is with.
Who gave Drea the?
I- That's
That's
what
I wanted to know, because Drea is.
I missed that.
She's kind of known for being.
She deleted her wholeness a long time ago.
Okay, fine.
No,
so,
she's still home. We just seen her hop in the Uber just recently in Hollywood. You know what I'm saying?
coming from who's
Coming from who was it?
I ain't even gonna say your name if you don't remember.
Oh,
I
yeah,
ain't
I ain't gonna even
snitching.
say his name
I
and
ain't
throw him
snitching.
under
Did
the
she
bus
have
like
a
that.
baby?
But yeah,
She
she out
did.
there.
Yeah, her writing her dissertation and
She's
her open letter.
engaged.
Her writing her dissertation and her open letter was cute. Amber had also reached out.
Amber
prior,
Rose?
Yeah, had also reached out prior to me and Masika and are tearing each other down. But can't no bitch tell me what to do. You know what I'm saying? Until I bust Masika's lips wide open and I get that open range, it's just not gonna be over. Or she could bow it down and apologize. Or she's just gonna keep running and she's probably gonna run herself off the show and we'll probably just replace you with Alexis Sky. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I said the other night, younger, hotter, hungrier, prettier. And guess what, Masika? You go and make sure that your daughter, like that she's not taking Xannies out of Moniece's bag, and you go ahead and take care of your at-home
Okay.
responsibility.
From Masika's tweets, it sounded like she wasn't going to participate in the show because she felt like she was
above it.
Well, though she felt like she was being put in a position to, I don't know, like
Well, no, here's the deal. Hazel took the whole last season off until the end. She came back to confront Masika.
Because they asked me to come back.
And she came back and, well, not just for that, but you got back and you had your moment. You threw the drink on her, punched or whatever. And then at the reunion, they went to have a moment and Masika said, I'm not giving her any of camera time.
Yeah,
the thing I think is funny, like the fans always get mad at me when I say, oh, when I was on my show. I'm not saying my show. I don't own the fucking show. I'm a part of the motherfucker, whether I was in 1 scene, 10 scene, 13, whatever. But she doesn't own Love and Hip Hop. She doesn't get to say, this is my show. Mona better stop being fucking scary. Motherfuckers sign that contract, you show up and you shoot. Period. Because you're giving these people a huge platform.
I mean, Mona saves more hoes than like.
No, she.
I don't even know. Like I have to give her props because I'm like, you have really taken a lot of girls off the pole, off Figaro and
Just giving them their own money.
You know what I'm
and their
saying?
own platform.
Giving you a whole new way to make money outside of, you know what I'm saying, selling your vagina. And I feel like some of the bitches ain't even appreciative.
Yo, can I ask you a question? Like, what is your, like, we all know Cardi B, like she's pretty much damn near on her way to the queen throne. Like, how do you feel about her being on like Love and Hip Hop?
You're gonna really have to stop digging in your underwear though.
I'm not digging in my
So
underwear.
distracting.
How do you feel about her coming off Love and Hip Hop with her success now as an artist? Because there's so many artists that's on Love and Hip Hop, but they ain't on the billboards, but she is.
I mean, I think she used the platform and she did it well. So it's like a kudos to her, like Boat Cat Yellow. Like, you know what I'm saying? I saw her at the Summer Jam in NYC at Met Stadium with Remy and Lady of Rage.
Don't you
and
forget Queen Latifah.
I was a Queen, Missy. And Cardi had her moment to shine, and that crowd knew who she was, knew her lyrics. And at that moment, I'm like, she did what you're supposed to do when you come on this show. She did it, took her 2 seasons, she got out. Credit to Omarion. Omarion revived his career. The difference is Omarion was famous, Cardi wasn't. But Omarion came on, got his eat the booty like groceries, and got out. Like he was out. Like
He running out of food though. He need to come back.
he has some distance on him right now. I don't know. You know, he has distance, but it's just like Cardi, she came in, she turned it. She did it what you're supposed to do with this. So if anybody's hating on that, then, you know, God
You
bless
definitely
them.
a supporter.
So what do you think about? I interviewed Jocelyn yesterday, and we touched a little bit on her stuff with Mona. What do you think about Jocelyn coming out and attacking Mona, or anybody who, you know, isn't happy with the show and just leaves? Because even when during the first season, I was there, season 2, at the end of the reunion, you and producers had words back and forth about who was involved with the startup of Love and Hip Hop, and then I don't know if that's what led to you not coming back, but you weren't really. I didn't see a lot of stuff online. Maybe you did. I don't know of you attacking them. But what do you think about Jocelyn going after Mona publicly the way she is?
I mean, I think that Jocelyn is probably just fed up. She's been in it a little bit longer. She's 7 years in. So the way her storyline was this year was a little. It was sketchy at the end. I mean, I still live for the Puerto Rican princess when she said, y'all forgot who the fuck I am. Like, I was like, I have that moment every other day on set. Like, y'all forgot like who I am. So I get
You actually
that.
text me that yesterday.
Yeah, and I'm like, yo, because I'm really blacking out on set. And I feel like she feels like put some respect on her name. Now, her coming at Mona publicly, I just feel like that's a war you're never going to win. Because as you know, when we sign these contracts, we can tear each other apart as cast members all day, but what you can't do is go at production. You can't go at the producers. You can't. It's gonna be a war you're gonna lose, and then it's gonna probably turn off other people from maybe wanting to give you platforms because you acted so out in rage on this one. It's gonna be hard to get another job, and not necessarily that she could become the next. You know, she could become the Puerto Rican princess, hot rapper, the Spanish rap star.
You in every scene, so.
Yeah, I've heard that somebody told me, a little birdie told me that you have fought almost everybody on the show this season, except for like 1 or 2.
Yeah, because they got me fucked up. And this is a season of is putting the respect back on Hazel's name. This is why Walter and Echo threw the appreciation party for me. We shut down Hollywood Monday because people really forgot, like, the Hollywood streets was mine. Like, you had to be walking down a carpet with me to get it popping. Like, I was making the Hollywood lit circle of news go round. I think I threw the biggest birthday party for Melissa Ford, her Halloween birthday party. Like, we shut it down with when you came in as the race car driver.
What was that club called?
Takara came in as a cop.
She looks so good. Megan was there as a cat, I think.
Megan, Chloe, all them came as kitty cats, right? It was a whole thing. I used to do these big events. We used to do these big carpets. I got to go with CeeLo and Gnarls Barkley, and then my first year to the Grammy. So I just feel like coming on the TV show, I get made to look like such a goofy all the time that I just gotta show them in real life. Like, you just can't believe everything you see.
You ain't gonna tell them no more.
So, okay, so we've gone through the whole cast. You want to fight the Circle Jerk crew. You have something waiting for Moniece, Masika, and Brooke. Broke. Tierra, but y'all are going to be cool again. Y'all will find anybody that aligns himself with Tierra against you is a fool, because you guys are going to find your way back.
Yeah, we're going to end up on the same side.
Eventually,
all the time.
you will.
Yeah, we will. We'll always end up on the same side, but will our relationship ever be the same? I just know her tendencies. Her tendencies line up more along with Masika, honestly. Mm-hmm. So that's something I know. So would I ever bring, I brought Rose around Tierra. And what was your experience on your first time hanging out with Tierra?
Roaches flying out the car.
There was a roach like a rolled up blunt, or cockroaches?
It was roaches in the car. There was cans everywhere.
Whose car?
It was her. It was like a little
mini
whose
car?
box. Tierra's.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying?
It was a rental car she had.
Well, it was a rental, but it was roaches in there.
Maybe
I guess she was living out of it.
Maybe they were
No, she couldn't have been living out of it, because she flew my big homie out here, tried to get him on the show, Ice Burgundy, and
it's a Burgundy crew.
Yeah, I mean, Ice Burgundy is signed to Waka Flocka. He came out the Gucci Man camp. You know what I'm saying?
Love and Hip Hop couldn't have an Ice Burgundy and a Rose Burgundy. It's too much burgundy.
You know what I'm saying? So she tries to pitch a storyline like, we're going double dating and this and that, and they was like, we don't. That's not. We told her, was like, we ain't never went on no date. We ain't about to fake this. You know what I'm saying? Right. So she flew him out here or whatever, and then she put it together. She took the number out my phone, gave it to Tierra to call him. He comes out here, then he's yelling at me like, man, she got me sleeping on air mattress. Whoa, whoa, she ain't got no furniture.
Okay. I'm fucking out of here. I'm not fucking with you, and I'm not fucking with you.
Y'all two.
I'm gonna need. Let me text Ski. I need
I'm
security
here now. Shit.
God damn.
Yo.
Okay, I fucked somebody on an air mattress once. That shit is like,
that's a good fuck.
That's really hard.
Not.
I love fucking on that shit. Fun.
Nigga, I got back problems.
Look at, he's so bougie. He is so bougie. I've never.
I couldn't do it.
Okay, so Masika, didn't she take a shot at you and said you went to jail online? I think we posted something about that.
Yeah. Let me get into
Let's talk about that.
Okay. Yeah. So she took a shot saying that I went to jail for hitting Hazel and her mom, and what was it? Was that it? That I beat Hazel and her mom? Well, she said something like that, and
Do you think that was her way of trying to get you out the show?
Yeah, and it kind of really got production really believing in it, until that they had to go into my case and seeing, he went down for something totally different.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So once they figured out that I went to jail for something that was totally different, that didn't have nothing to do with her or her mom, they was like, all right, you know what I'm saying? They believe the story though.
She takes more shots online than she does in scenes, right?
Even to
show up and get paid for it.
Even to get the fake battery papers on there. I mean, and to get them put it online. I mean, it says battery. It don't say nothing about that. That battery was a battery on the officer. That wasn't no. You know what I'm saying? So my whole thing is don't try to put a battery thing up there and be like, oh, he has a pass and this and that. So
my whole thing was, don't try to make me you and him Young Berg. Like, don't try to make your situation mine. You the one that got knocked out by a 5'4" little man and dragged out of a hotel room, and I never.
No. That's Young Berg.
Well, Masika's about 5'8". She's 5'8", 5'9".
She's a big girl. She's a big girl.
She's tall. I'm little. He's short. But anyways, don't try to make me you and him. And also, when that did happen, I still didn't speak on your situation because it was domestic violence, and I didn't even. I was kind of like, yeah, bitch, you got your karma or whatever. Same time, I'm still like, he didn't have to knock her out like that.
Well, and for the record, I recently met up with Young Berg because I'm trying to get him on the show because, of course, I know this season was lit. There's so much going on.
Well, I sure do got a fade coming his way.
Wait, but let me say, you want to fade him too? Hold on. I'm calling Floyd back. We getting you on the money team. Hold on. You gonna go to the gym, boxing gym? Okay, so he just for the record, just to put this out there, he said he didn't beat her, and he explained what happened, and it wasn't physical and whatever. So I told him to come on the show and talk about it, but he does not agree with everything that's been said about him and Masika.
Oh, well, she said it first, and then
she did say it,
and then when they kicked him off the show, then they had made a little a little deal, and this is because his fake brother manager Doc was mine at the time, that if in court Masika would say that he didn't do that or whatever, then he would marry her and then they could come back on the show and like run it and be together. So she went on the stand, testified, said I lied, he never beat me up, it never happened, blah 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 blah. But she had a rollie that he had rented in her possession, so she was like holding it against him.
Niggas ran
I
rollers?
cannot deal with this show. Is this
They
show?
are.
I need to.
It's the fake fraud and phony. That's what it is. It's smoking mirrors on camera. It's fake it till you make it.
If it ain't her and Nikki, baby, really, or Alexis Sky, ain't nobody else really get. I mean,
The
or
views
Chanel West Coast. I mean, they ain't really getting,
Listen,
no
the view-
bookings like that or
The
nothing
views
like
expressed by our guests have no reflection on us, Michelle. Okay, so I'm gonna ask. Let me ask Eric Adams a question.
Mm-hmm.
When are you gonna find the power in bringing the wall down to let people see who you really are, who you really can be? Do you ever feel like that will happen?
Yeah, on my own show.
Okay.
I mean, at this point, I don't get to control what images portrayed of me. I think I have a character type, and no matter how much I try to break out the mold and show who I really am, it's not gonna happen. I'm gonna look at a scene that's gonna be chopped 5 ways, and it's gonna be like, how did this come out to be the scene? I would have never went into a studio with Ray and them and did a circle jerk bet knowing it was a wreck. Like, come on, I didn't know that was what the premise
I ain't gonna
was.
lie. I'm upset that I wasn't in a circle jerk scene because
And
I've asked for
Miles was
some.
too. No, everybody hit me like, oh, so they didn't want to call me for the circle jerk scene. That's how I found out it was called the circle
I
jerk.
have to bring up something. We were in Vegas. I forgot this. Me, you, and Alexis ended up on stage with Usher.
Yeah.
And there was no, you were there too, but I'm getting ready to go somewhere that I wasn't going to include you, but you was there too.
You don't want to go.
Okay, but Tori was there. We were all there, and there. Since then, we put the whole clip up of Alexis freaking on Usher, and people took that video and reposted and said that's when he caught the herpes.
Ooh,
Ain't that fucked up? People are
that
so
is
mean.
so shady.
Oh, game, man.
So
See, that's what I'm saying, because Alexis is young. I was just excited to see Usher. I had just said
But
the
you
Chris
did-
Brown concert. I was like, if I see Usher, it's on. But I went up there and gave like a dance moment. Like he's a married man, so for me to put booty to penis and gyrate on a stage, that's gonna go against my ethics. But for Alexis at 23, she was like, "Bitch, I'm lit." You know what I'm saying? Like she was, "Bitch, I'm lit." Like you can't tell her nothing at that point. So I'm just like, okay.
and
sis.
for the record, he didn't catch herpes that
Oh.
day.
No.
Because he made herpes look good that day. I mean, he looks like a well put together person.
I mean, Usher is still legend, so we keep some respect.
But
I'm
if
not
he
gonna say
came out
nothing.
with another song called "Let It Burn," you gonna second guess that one?
I was second guessing the first one once I heard the thing.
I never understood the title.
Let it bump.
But Masika, I don't know. But do you think that it was her that sent the story to Media Takeout, where you were like the headlining?
What was the story? What story?
The story was that she gave it to him,
Oh yeah,
and then she included an email
Yeah.
between the two of you. That
Oh,
said,
she fed that, of course.
That
Yeah.
said that, yeah. I mean,
We all know about the email hack. You know about the email hack.
That
and
was-
when the
that happened a while ago, right?
2015, right?
Yeah.
And it was a whole bunch of like emails like put into this one email sent out to production and staff. And Masika was the one because she was so excited to like get some dirt on me, like expose the number, like the hacker's email. So we found who it was, and then she had later sent me all these messages like, "I'm so sorry. I couldn't believe somebody did that to you," because it was attacking not just me. It was about to happen to the whole cat. Like somebody hacked the whole server. Everybody got the emails. So for her to go ahead and bring it out and then suggest that, once again, I said, you're giving me too much credit.
How long have you actually known?
Wait, can we
Masika?
just dispel? You don't have herpes. Can we just
don't have herpes.
Dispel that.
Hold on. I'm fresh out of jail and I'm tested. I am clean of all.
welcome home? Welcome home.
You know what I'm saying?
Come on.
Y'all need
You know what I'm
y'all need
saying?
your own fucking show.
Look, we can track my you know what I'm saying? But we can't track her part. We done seen her in the bed with Justin Bieber, walking out with Matt Barnes, up on here with what's the
Got an
little
Inglewood trick.
she got the Sweetie Pie owner. We done seen her with Tory
She
Lane.
did not fuck
done
the
hit
Sweetie
videos.
Pie owner.
Yeah, that's her.
That's one of her
Oh,
main
that's
clients.
The guy with the hips.
That's one of her main clients.
Oh,
That nigga
God.
got hips.
Tyreek. I mean, we can go on. Masika's just over since she's been famous, the list. So if anybody would be talking about who
Missed
needs to
that
get
one.
tested, you know what I'm saying? She should own that. But her feeding that to them once again, like you're, it's corny, it's
She
whack.
was a Fetty one night stand. It was really
Yeah, she was
Alexis's
But the thing is,
bad.
you got me in a headline with Usher, even though it was trash. Whatever, like I still love Usher's music, and whether he got bumps or lumps on his, genital parts, that's not my problem.
Because you got a man and he right here.
And I would never. He's a married man.
And I was there that day.
We know you were on stage. You were in the corner getting lit, trying to get me lit with all that goddamn Ciroc. These two together, I can't. I hung with them one day. I could. That was it. 2 days.
He's 10 years younger than me, so he gives me life.
Yeah,
Okay?
but
That's cool.
You know,
That's how. Yeah, that's cool.
look, I'm pressing 40, so I'm all for the youngins.
Hey,
but goddamn
we all
it,
going
not when they
towards it.
lit like that. It's too much Ciroc. It's too much weed. It's too much going on. Okay, so listen. What's next in your world? Because I will say, having seen you now back. Clearly, if these bitches don't understand that you came for the crown, you are not playing with people. What is next for you besides loving hip hop
I mean,
and beating bitches' asses?
and I don't even feel like beating bitches' asses because this is really like, it's wasted energy once
I was
again.
talking about Moniece and Masika.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I mean, that's just, I have to because I have to bust Masika's lips once or it's not going to happen. But I mean, I have, my cosmetic line, Girl Coding Cosmetics. It launches August 21st, which is
Congrats.
huge for the Glow Up Kit. It's something I started last October after the reunion aired, and it's like highlighters and contour palettes under the Girl Coding. So that's like my first like beauty venture. I just got the big old deal with Shoe Dazzle and released the Hazel
Nice.
Gladiators.
And
which
thank
is-
you for helping to build a
The
relationship with
Hazel
Hollywood Unlocked.
Gladiators.
Yeah.
Those
Thank you
sneakers.
for building a relationship with Hollywood Unlocked and Shoe Dazzle
Yeah.
too, because we went over there. Thank you.
Yeah, I
Appreciate
mean,
it.
it's a great location. I told you it was a good position, and that's me. That's Erica Adams. You know what I'm saying? You ask where she's at when you call me and like, yo, let's put this 1 and 2 together. That's when you get Erica. So we just did that big collaboration. We did Coachella together. I put a book out. It sold out its first week on Amazon called Girl Coding Ethics as a Lifestyle. It's actually on stands in Barnes and Nobles everywhere across the whole nation. So I'm an author, and man, I got to drop a lot of hot singles this year. Like, they let me resurrect rapper Hazel-E. I dropped my first single with T-Fly in the first episode, Wait, and then an upcoming episode that the one me and Chanel get into it, I had to go ahead and act up on that little bitch.
Who is Solo Lucci fucking now?
Who is that? I'm
A
sorry.
new cast
You
member
know
I just
what?
met at
Never
Jamie
mind.
Foxx's house about a week ago. I went to Odell Beckham's party. He was there. He was like, oh, I'm on the show.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And then now I see he was dating
I thought it was with
Alexis. Yeah, but now I heard I got my ear to the street. I heard that he's fucking with Chanel West Coast. And I heard that Chanel was at a party with him and then Alexis popped up and then the shit went down. I don't know. I'm just out here in the streets of Hollywood
Right.
just putting my ear
And
to
you
the
got a
street.
good ear, okay? You got a great ear.
Y'all have
but-
a lot going on.
But, Alexis likes Abercrombie and Fitch type guys. Like, she likes, that's not really her cup of tea.
Fetty barely got an eye. She likes some niggas in the swamp too.
It's not Chanel.
No, you talking about Chanel.
Oh, yeah, I said
sorry,
like that.
sorry,
I said
sorry.
like, not Chanel. Chanel.
Sorry, Lexus. Sorry, Fetty.
Yeah. Chanel, though,
Yeah,
I
Chanel's
mean.
ex is
yeah.
the little guy
Chanel's been on the show. She used to
Yeah.
date the little pretty
The
boy
singer
with
guy.
but she kicked him to the curb
from
because she
Yeah.
Ireland. Him and Conor McGregor grew up together.
Yeah, that's love and hip hop, I would say.
I like Chanel.
I do too. I mean, she's born and raised in the Valley, and I got to put respect on her name. I just went to Ridiculousness. We went there
I saw
last
that.
week, and she showed love. Rob showed love, and I'm just happy. Like I told production, I said, "Thank you for taking Tierra Marie away from me and giving me Chanel West Coast." Thank you, VH1.
Well, listen, one thing for sure, you faked it till you made it. You hustled till you got it. You're grinding till you get it, and you ain't going away. So I will give it to you. You have earned your seat, and you're making everybody else earn their seat. And I like Rose. I like y'all together. I'm glad he's in the show. And I'm gonna buy you a red rag for your birthday. But beyond that, I don't think I've ever talked about circle jerk on this show. And to Ray J, Safari, and A1.
We've talked about
I ain't got no problem with it. We ain't talking about circle jerking.
We've talked about circle jerking.
Who about Geo
Look
circle jerking? Who was doing it?
I don't remember.
I
We
don't
were just
do
talking
it.
about circle jerking in general.
Listen, I'm not with all the gay shit. Y'all know I come up here every day as God's child. So thank you both for coming on the show.
Live.
Thank you
for having us.
Hazel.
Thank you.
Don't be a
Rose.
stranger. I'm gonna keep watching because y'all got more
Thank
episodes.
you guys for all the love. Y'all always support me. Hot shot, hot or not,
Of
whatever
course.
is popping. Y'all always show me love, and congrats to you for Hollywood Unlocked.
Thank
I
you.
mean, I seen you come a long way too, from
Thank
low
you.
key messy
From circle jerking.
to Dash Radio.
Let me get her line. You just mad because you didn't become one of those high-end
High-end
blogs
blogs.
like Media Tech. Bitch, you know hot
This
Media Tech ain't no high.
was. See, you flexing on me, and that's
Congrats
cute though.
on
Okay,
that
look, well, thank you
Maserati,
for
too.
coming on the show.